Well, just hours ago, Boise City Council members passed a resolution in hopes of improving gun safety. It's been 2 weeks since a mass shooting at a Georgia high school where 2 students and 2 teachers were killed. While that may have been 2,000 miles away, it's a reminder of the impact school shootings have on communities across the country. Abby Davis was at tonight's meeting, and this isn't the first time Boise City Council has done something like this, Abby.
No, Brian, Council passed a similar resolution a couple of years ago after a different mass shooting. Councilmember Jimmy Hallyburton, who wrote this resolution, says it's time for, quote, common sense gun laws in the Gem State, but some people claim those laws would strip Idahoans of their Second Amendment rights.
Clear.
This is now a reality that our kids have to go through these active shooter drills.
Boise City Council passed a resolution Tuesday evening.
5 in favor, 1 opposed, motion carries.
Saying it's committed to decreasing gun violence in our communities.
And then we heard shots fired and we ran back into the room.
This weeks after law enforcement says a school shooting in Georgia left 4 dead and at least 9 injured.
I wanted to make sure that we didn't just let the moment pass without having a response to it. There have been 386 mass shootings across the United States.
Councilmember Jimmy Hallyburton wrote the resolution. He also helped with the gun safety resolution Council passed in 2022 after a school shooting in Texas.
We're very limited on what we can do to address gun safety, safe gun laws. What we can do is we can address things that actually perpetuate violence in the community. So we can think of things like substance abuse, we can think of mental health, we can think of domestic abuse.
The latest resolution calls on state lawmakers to pass gun control legislation. Hallyburton says Idaho has some of the least restrictive laws in the country.
I'm not casting blame on anyone and saying that you're the fault or you're the reason that these things are happening. I don't think any of our other council members would as well. I think what we're saying is that we need your help.
The resolution gives several policy suggestions, including requiring thorough background checks for gun sales, reasonable restrictions on owning military-style guns, and limiting the size of ammunition magazines. In an email to KTVB, Republican Senator Brian Lenny called the ideas leftist garbage, saying every time someone talks about common sense laws, what they really mean is curb stomping the rights of responsible, law-abiding gun owners. The Second Amendment Alliance, a local gun rights organization, also said in an email, the solutions proposed by the city are the same platitudes that we have heard time and time again from liberal city councils and mayors across the country. There is no evidence these measures will solve anything. Red flag gun confiscation orders and other restrictions violate our right to keep and bear arms. The only council member who voted no, Lucy Willits, says it's not the city's place to give the state recommendations.
We're not in control of that. Well, we're in control of what we can do. And if we want to do more, we should be doing more. And it shouldn't be just passing resolutions.
Hallyburton says everyone should be involved in conversations about public safety. That's why he encourages people who live in Boise to reach out if they have any ideas about what the city should do. Brian.